Morning, good morning. I don't know how many people are still at work because obviously it's the day before we break up for Easter. But I wanted to say morning. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sheridan. I'm the owner of the Training Designers Club, and I'm talking to you if you're an L&D professional who is flying solo. So whether that's because you're freelance and you run your own business, or because you're the entire L&D department, and you have to do everything yourself. And I'm talking to you because I know how hard that is in both cases. Not only because you have to do absolutely everything yourself, so you haven't got any practical help, but you haven't got any moral support either. You haven't got anybody to run things by, you haven't got anybody to share the load, you haven't got anybody to check in with, to bounce ideas around with, to give you reassurance. And over time, that does start to erode your confidence in what you're doing, even though you're probably brilliant at what you do. And that's the reason, really, that I created the Training Designers Club. Now, with hindsight, terrible name, because most people don't consider themselves training designers first and foremost. We probably have a dozen people who would use that as perhaps their main descriptor. We're a group of L&D practitioners, and of course design is part of that, and that's the thing. And the general how to be an L&D pro is generally what we help each other with. Now, if you're on my mailing list, or if you're a regular visitor to Facebook, you will probably be aware that I have an offer on right now, which is all tied into the end of the tax year. So if you want to save a bit of money, reduce your tax bill a little bit, or if you're in the lucky position of having budget left over, if you join us as a VIP, as an annual VIP member before the end of the tax year, there are some free gifts that you can have. But before, and in relation to that, sorry, I have had some questions which I'm going to answer. But before I do, there's a couple of notices. The first one is to save the date, which is the 17th of June, which is a Monday. Last year we had a couple of virtual design festivals, all day events, and they went down really well. But the VIP members have been clamouring and asking for a live in-person event. So that's what we're doing. We're doing it on the 17th of June in Warrington in the Northwest. So at the moment I have a wait list. I'm going to be releasing more details about that after Easter. So if you're interested, get your name on that wait list. You're not committing to anything at all, apart from me sending you an email when I've got more information. The second thing, and I will get to the questions in just a moment, is the Save Time with AI Assisted Training Design course, which I put a big discount on last month when I launched it. Still has a second chance offer. So if you missed out, if you're curious as to how you can use AI to make your training design quicker, easier and less stressful, until Easter, there is a discount code which is just put second chance in when you purchase the course, and you will get 30% off. And again, I'll pop the link in underneath this video if that's something that you're interested in. But let's get to the questions that have come to me over the last couple of weeks, either casually or formally, and I have written them down so that I don't forget any. The first question was, if I join your VIP membership, what will I learn? Well, that's kind of up to you, really. I know a lot of memberships are built on courses. The VIP membership of the Training Designers Club is not built on a course. You're not a sausage. I don't put you through some sort of sausage making machine. Now, there are courses available to you to take if you want to. If you want to hone your skills, the AI assisted training design course is one of them. And you get a discount of that. If you're a VIP member, anything I offer is discounted. But we tend to focus more on learning in the moment. So what do you need help with? Ask, and we will signpost resources, we will give our advice, we will share our experience to see if that's going to be useful to you. So it's very much driven by you. It's a very responsive membership. The second question is, what resources do you have for me to use? Now, I don't set us up as a resource bank, but over the 5 years we've been running this, have collected quite a lot, and our members share things as well. So there's quite a lot that we have access to, and that includes things like exercises, ready written handouts, questionnaires, but a lot of the resources are links So when we find a really useful website or a really useful video, we will signpost those links for each other, and I just collate those, put them into an index so they are easy to find. You do have, as a VIP member, you do have 20% off the ready written materials. There's 50 Power Hour ready written courses which I've created, and as a VIP member you do get 20% off those, but I don't include them in membership because membership's really quite cheap compared to a lot that are out there. This question actually comes up a lot, not just in relation to this offer. What if I can't make any of the live sessions? Are they recorded? Now, in our VIP membership, we have a designer's drop-in every week. Well, most weeks. I do take holidays occasionally. We have coaches catch-ups once a month, and we have lunch and learns once a month. So that's 6 live events most months. The lunch and learn is recorded. So if you're a VIP member, you get automatic access to every lunch and learn that we've had in the past. And if you miss one, you can obviously pick that up whenever it suits you. We don't generally record our drop-ins and our coaches catch-ups because we've created a psychologically safe space, and we want people to feel that what is said in the room stays in the room. However, we do capture the key notes from those discussions, and we do share any links that are related to that session. So people can get an idea of what was discussed in that meeting. They can catch up with all of the links, and I do let people know who was at that meeting, so people can pick up those conversations independently if they want to. What I would say is, unusually, I did recently record a drop-in. I've edited it down just so that they last a full hour, and they are so thoughtful, they are so inspiring. So I have edited it down, and I will share that if you're interested, just so that you can get a flavour of what a drop-in actually is all about. Fourth question, who is in the community? Is it just for freelancers? No, it's not just for freelancers. We have a mix of freelance and employed people. Most are freelancers, I'm not going to deny that. The majority are freelancers. We've got about 80 people in our VIP community. And some people are obviously more active than others, and that's the whole point of a community. It ebbs and flows. Your workload ebbs and flows. You go through design phases, you go through delivery phases. Your involvement will increase and decrease, and that's why memberships work so well, really. It's there for you when you need it. But just going back to how I started this, if you work on your own and you don't have those people to sense check things with, to give you that moral support, to boost your confidence, to give you new ideas, how does it sound having 80 L&D pros at your disposal? And some of these freelancers are charging nearly £2,000 a day, and you can get access to them for nothing. I mean, the value in that community is phenomenal. Let me tell you, I have developed so much knowledge in the time I've been working with this membership, because between us, we pretty much know everything. There's always somebody who has some insights to share. So it's an absolutely fabulous place to be. A couple more sort of admin type things. Someone contacted me to say, I'd like my employer to pay, but they already pay for the CIPD and they're not prepared to pay another membership. It's frustrating, isn't it? Because it's not the same thing. However, what I have created, and I've only done it very recently, actually in response to that question, is something called a premium package. So this is not a recurring fee. You're not going to be tied in. Your employer can invoice me. You get 12 months of service. It doesn't auto renew, and I've called that the premium package. So again, I'll put a link in that under this video if that's something that you think is going to be more appealing to your employer. And the final one, on a sort of related note really, it looks good. I'm not sure I can commit or want to spend or all that money. It's less than you would spend on one day's consultancy. But I appreciate it. It's where we are with our finances is different for everybody all the time. So I'm not sure I want to commit to an annual membership from the off. Are there any payment options? Well, of course, you can join us on a pay monthly basis. My membership is always open, and if you want to just pay monthly to see if it's for you, you can do that. The only thing I ask is that you give us 3 months. So you sign up on a monthly plan, you give us 3 months. Within those 3 months, you will know if it's for you or not. You'll have had plenty of time to root around our resources, to come along to our live events, to meet the people in the WhatsApp group, and to find out if it's for you. I think that this is one of the most generous and supportive communities out there. In fact, I know it is. It's incredibly active, and like all communities, generally the more you put in, the more you get out. But bear in mind what I said before is that your involvement will ebb and flow, and that's to be expected. But when you work out the intangible value that you're going to get from having all these people around you, to give you that confidence, to give you that support, to help you do things more quickly, to respond to things more quickly. Personally, I think it's a bit of a no-brainer. But then I would say that, wouldn't I? So I've taken plenty of your time, and I hope that has answered any questions that you might have. I'll pop links under this video, and if you have any more questions, please just ask. I'm not a monster, I'm very open, and honestly, if it's not for you, I will tell you. In fact, I told someone that just a few weeks ago, that I didn't think this community was the right place for them, given what they wanted at that time. No one's going to force you into anything. So if you're still working, have a really productive day. If you're breaking up for Easter, have a great Easter, and I hope to see you soon.